Welcome to the American Zen Monastery and Private Boarding School, where we enroll novitiate monks, male, female, or transgender, ages 10 and up. We appeal to transgender children because that is a niche market we can afford to reach. Being transgender is irrelevant. And 10 is the age when children begin to think and really question things. The answers that our culture gives to children are really lame. Children are open to new ideas, but we just pass on generations of crap and claptrap without thinking. AZM liberates children from all of that by updating their common sense to harmonize with today's scientific advances. That is the first step to becoming an enlightened leader. And creating enlightened leaders is the mission of AZM. AZM monks take whatever direction suits them, and develop into enlightened leaders along their chosen lines. Enlightened leaders are needed to smooth things out in almost all facets of American life. America has plenty of problems, but few enlightened leaders. We can do a little something about that. It isn't every day that a Zen monastery appeals to you for support. But if, so far, this sounds like an ambition worthy of your support, well, strike up the band because today is the day. An enlightened leader is first of all someone who is enlightened. I specifically mean that the person has achieved the inner experience of nothing at all except self-awareness, also called satori, self-realization, cosmic consciousness, nirvana, and so on. I teach science-based methods for achieving this experience. In fact, this experience which, for thousands of years, required lifelong effort to achieve, more often to fail. Well, this experience is today available wholesale. This experience is life-changing. There is no longer a fear of death, or fear of anything, really. There is first-hand knowledge of the illusory nature of material reality and consequently little reason to become overly invested in anything. There is no point to greed, you see. There is just no point to greed. And everything has a funny side. The enlightened leader sees clearly and evaluates dispassionately. My teaching approach to enlightenment includes understanding the nature of truth, becoming familiar with certain scientific advances, practice of intelligent meditation, and lucid dreaming. I have published several books about this. I call the whole thing consciousness management. Our ambition for the American Zen Monastery and Private Boarding School is to develop into a community of several dozen monks, beginning with 4 monks our first year, calendar 2016. AZM is a development of Sufi George Mission. Sufi George Mission has been active on the web and in book publishing since 1988. Many thousands of seekers worldwide have studied the Sufi George writings. SGM incorporated as a 501c3 organization on June 1, 2015, and immediately authorized the American Zen Monastery and Private Boarding School. Our fundraising efforts are going well, and I am happy to report that our milestone 1 has been met. Thank you to those who helped. We want to multiply your donation toward our milestone 2 by hiring a fundraising coordinator. When your annual contribution of $1 or more, plus the annual dollars from others, reaches $20,000, we think we can recruit a fundraiser for that amount, plus a small percentage, plus room and board in the monastery. Every $1 annual donation helps. It tells others that you believe AZM deserves support, even if you can't do much yourself. It increases our membership numbers, and it adds $1 to our slim resources. You can help to create enlightened leaders. My point is, you actually can. I know that you have $1 a year that you can spare. And if you have a few friends who can also spare $1 a year, please encourage them to do it, too.
on behalf of Sufi George Mission and American Zen Monastery and Private Boarding School. Thank you very much. For more information, please go to sufigeorge.net. Thank you.